Many online sites and individuals confuse the finger dexterity test, the one that Michaela Cardone is presenting on, and the Tweezer dexterity test, the one I'm presenting on. A client may score well on the finger dexterity test, but not the Tweezer dexterity test, mainly because the Tweezer dexterity test is testing more refined fine motor skills, stability, accuracy, and endurance. The precise and refined fine motor skills, stability, accuracy, and endurance of the hand, fingers, forearm, arm, and shoulder may be seen when writing, using silverware, counting money, typing, cooking, doing one's hair, brushing one's teeth, flossing, or opening a door. Some occupations that need these skills include dental hygienists, dentists, surgeons, hairdressers, lab workers, pharmacists, assembly line workers, mechanics, jewelry makers, woodworkers, chefs, secretaries, a salesperson, or a business person. Really, any occupation or activity that may use small tools at a fast pace with very precise and accurate movements of the hand or fingers may use this test. After researching the Tweezer dexterity test, this should not be used as a standardized test. It is not reliable or valid. In Thomas J. Kirby's article, Dexterity Testing and Residents' Surgical Performance, he has surgical residents complete the Tweezer dexterity test. The surgeon's scores on the test were faster than the median score, meaning they came from a group with more finger dexterity. Although they had more finger dexterity than the general population, their scores were not significantly different from the general population. Along with the completion of the Tweezer dexterity test, the students were ranked based on their surgical skills by professors in the program. The student with the worst score on the Tweezer dexterity test was actually ranked highest by their professors. The student that was ranked highest by their professors based on their surgical skills was actually the 5th slowest on the Tweezer dexterity test of all 17 students. Therefore, this test does not allow for the prediction of students' surgical skills. The article, Tweezer Dexterity Aptitude of Dental Students, by William P. Lonergan, Elizabeth J. Stroderstrom, and David W. Chambers, studies students in the dental program at the University of the Pacific during their first semester of dental school and their last semester of dental school. This study found that the score on the Tweezer dexterity test of all the dental students combined and averaged was not statistically significant from the general population. When the scores of the dental students were separated by age, they actually took more time than the general population to complete the test, but this was still not statistically significant from the general population. When the scores of the dental students during the first semester of dental school and their last semester of dental school were analyzed, there was no significant difference in the time it took to complete the test, and generally the students completed the Tweezer dexterity test in the same amount of time as when they first took it their first semester. With the information gathered from the dental students taking the test, the surgical residents, and other articles, we can conclude that the Tweezer dexterity test is not classified as a standardized test because it's not a good representation of finger dexterity. Because this is not used as a standardized test, we do not have to go over the scoring. Because this is a non-standardized test, this can be used on individuals of all ages. You would use this more as a functional test or a formative test because you could check the client's progress along the way. The test is comprised of a 5 7/8 inch wide by 11 5/8 inch long board. On the top of the board, there is a holding space for pins that measures 4 3/4 inches in diameter and is 1/2 inch deep. The board is made up of 10 by 10 holes. These holes are all 1/16 of an inch in diameter and 1/2 inch apart, totaling 100 holes. The test also comes with about 110 pins that are 1 inch long and 1/16 of an inch in diameter. There are also tweezers included in the test kit. The client should be seated in front of the administrator. The table should be about 30 inches high, and the test should be about 1 foot from the edge of the table in front of the client. The board should be at a 90-degree angle compared to the hand they are using. If they are right-handed, the side with the pin should go on the right. and if they are left-handed, the side with the pin should go on the left. After the instructions are read and the practice test has been completed, the therapist will time the client and see how long it takes them to complete the test. The assessment booklet says that the Tweezer dexterity test will take about 8 to 10 minutes to administer. As we all know, some people will take less time to complete the test, others will take longer than 8 to 10 minutes to complete the test, and some will not be able to fully complete the test. Some individuals might be able to complete one row, or even a few pins. It really depends on the client you are testing. Some of the reasons for not being able to complete the whole test include being tired or having fatigue, not having enough endurance, and not having the hand, wrist, finger, forearm, or shoulder strength necessary. There are not many biases for this test, but culturally, if an individual eats with their hands and has never used utensils, or let alone tweezers, this might be extremely difficult for them. Now, let's see how the test is administered.
Okay, Whitney, so today we're going to be doing the Tweezer dexterity test. The board in front of you has 100 holes, each large enough to hold one pin. Pick up one pin at a time with the tweezers and fill the holes, placing one pin in each as fast as you can. Pick up the pins by the end opposite or furthest away from you. Use only the hand in which you hold the tweezers. So we're going to do a little demonstration. Okay, Whitney, so you're going to pick up the pins lightly on the side furthest from you. That way it falls into a vertical position and goes into the hole easier. This is the best way. You see, if you hold the pin really tightly, or if you hold it in the middle, or if you hold it on the end, it takes an awkward twist of the wrist to go in the hole. That's why holding it furthest from you and lightly is the best way. It's fastest to start in the farthest corner and work your way over and then continue working this way towards you. If you start down here closest to you and work your way up, your sleeve or your fingers will get in the way. And you can put your elbow on the table. There are enough pins in the tray so that if you drop one or two on the floor, you will have enough, but don't stop to pick them up. Okay. And remember, we're going furthest from you, finish the row, then we start another row, all the way down.
And you can rest your elbow on the table.
Okay, Whitney, so now we're gonna do a practice round, and you're gonna fill the top 10 holes, and only the top 10 holes. Okay, Whitney, can you put the pins back for me? Okay, Whitney, do you understand the test?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna start for real now. Remember, you're starting in the corner and working your way down towards you. You can pick up your tweezers, and are you ready?
Mm-hmm.